On behalf of the Amrita Civil Service Academy, myself Rashesh Kumar Gupta, welcome all our students and the members of the Civil Service Fraternity to this small yet special session on the World Environment Day. Now, in this session, not a lot of academics we'll talk about. We'll just talk about some subtle aspects with respect to the biodiversity, right? Okay. So, Convention on the Biodiversity says that why, first of all, the question comes why biodiversity, conservation of the biodiversity is important. Now, Convention on the Biodiversity says that 40% of the world economy and 80% of the need of the poor are directly related to the biological resources. And that goes to show why it is said that our future is intertwined with the future of the biodiversity. If we talk about Indian, so around 2.4% of the area we have, but we support around 8% of the global biodiversity. India itself, India has the privilege of being one of the 17 mega diverse nation of the world, right? If we talk about specific projects such as Project Tiger that we have taken right in 1973, we have get to our target. For example, the target of doubling the tigers number. So we have reached that target beforehand from 1411 to 2967. So Prime Minister in the recent speech has acknowledged this fact that our Project Tiger has been a real success story in the conservation effort, right? This, if we talk about the other protected area of the India, around more than 5% of the area in India is under the protected areas. That is there for the biodiversity conservation. This year only, we have added 10 more wetlands to the Ramsar sites. And just to tell you, within a week or so, we'll be coming up with a special series on the Ramsar sites where we'll be covering all the Ramsar sites systematically, right? We have already covered our Tiger Reserve series completely. So it's just to getting off the topic, right? So we have around more than 5% of the area in the protected areas. Recently, in February 17, we have hosted the 13th COP for the Bonn Convention on the Migratory Species, and India is now the chairman for the coming 3 years, right? So the Prime Minister has evoked the idea of the Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam when he was giving a speech on the CMS, Convention on the Migratory Species. He told that India welcomes all the migratory species and we want to create a conducive conditions for these migratory species in India. Now, 2011 to 2020 has been declared as the United Nations Decade on Biodiversity with the idea that we should live in the harmony with the nature, right? Now, if we talk about our indigenous tribes like Idumishmi that were in the news in the past 1 year, they promote a model that is called a cultural model of the conservation where they live in harmony with the tigers. They consider them like a brother. Similarly, tribes like Maldhari tribes in the Gir National Park, they live alongside the lions. So many of the indigenous tribes are coming up with their own models of conservation. Many of the sacred groves are there in India where the animals which are protected and they are revered as the deities itself. Now, this stems right from our culture. Before that, we have the Chipko movement. How can we forget the legacy of the Chipko movement in India? A watershed movement, not only in India, but worldwide. It led to the idea of new social movements in India. The legacy can be seen till this particular date. For example, the right-hand side, the most right-hand side image shows the array forest, the people hugging array forest so that it should not be cut down. The protest in the Odisha in 2018, right? A mass movement to conserve the forest, the women hugging the trees. So these ideas come from our cultural ethos. That is, you must have seen many of the festival being celebrated throughout the year where we revere many of the animals. For example, cow is considered as a sacred animal. This peepal tree is considered as a sacred place, right? We conserve it. Many of the Vedic, in the Rig Veda, many places it is mentioned, right? Plants are the mothers and the goddess, right? They are the treasures for the generation. They are the homes and the mansion. So these comes right from our cultural ethos. Now, this is not specific to Hindu religion itself. In fact, we can find the mention of the biodiversity in majority of the religion, in all the religion, I'll say. In Hinduism, in Islam, in Sikhism, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, it finds the mention everywhere because every religion talk about the living in harmony with the nature. Now, when such harmony is talked about, still we are witnessing the cases such as bushfires. In this year, we have witnessed bushfires in Australia. We are witnessing melting glaciers due to climate change and global warming. We are witnessing currently the locust attack right from the Horn of Africa to the Red Sea, and now coming to India, Pakistan, Iran. Recently, in the past 1 week, we have witnessed a sorry state of affair where an elephant died because of some mischiefs by few people, right? And that has created a stir on the social media and along the leaders and the policymakers as well, right? However, it should not be a one singular moment. In fact, it should be a common conversation throughout the country with respect to the biodiversity, with respect to the environmental conservation, right? Our own needs of food and the habitat, food and energy has led to the ideas like has led to the situations like habitat loss, invasive species, the global trade, over exploitation, pollution, climate change associated with global warming, and all this had led to the biodiversity loss. Now, in fact, in Corona time, you people have seen the many of the images coming where when the almost majority of the human activities have come to halt there, the animals, the species are reclaiming their space, right? It goes to show that it is our over exploitation that have rendered them to the periphery. Increasing number of human wildlife conflicts are one of the prime examples of it, isn't it? Hence, this World Environment Day provides us an opportunity which says that a biodiversity is a concern which is very urgent and very existential. If we do not care for now, if we do not care now, our future generation will face the brunt of it, right? Hence, one of the theme of the alongside the biodiversity, the slogan of this year's World Environment Day is "It's time for the nature." It is not only about one individual, a private sector only, agricultural, public sector, government, or youth. It's all about a collective effort, a collective efforts to create time for the nature, right? Especially on the behalf of the civil service fraternity, I would like to say that we are in a very privileged position because we are aware of it. We realize the importance of the biodiversity. We realize that what significance it holds not only to us, the present generation, but also to the future generation. We read about it, we write about it, right? In our essays, in our ethics paper. So it is incumbent upon us to act as a catalytic change, if not to a large extent, but make the people around us, educate them, make them aware, and most importantly, act on it. Even the smallest of the act can create a large distance, right? So with this thought, we finish a very small session. We decided to make a very small session apart from our academics lecture which are going on our YouTube channel. We wanted to create a small session for this World Environment Day. I hope you people have liked it, and just the point that we all need to realize that there needs to be a day when we realize that the thing going around us, what is the significant the environment, the biodiversity hold for us. We need to realize it, and we need to put some efforts toward the nature which protects it, right? There is a quote that Prakriti Rakshita Rakshit, that is Prakriti, that is the nature protects if she is protected. For example, we are seeing the fury of these cyclones and locust attack and all these things. And many people are saying that this is all the dharma, the result of the karmic cycle of the human beings, right? So, with this thought, let us finish our session. See you in the alongside our classes which are going on. Current affair classes are going on. Some MCQ classes are also going on our YouTube channel. So, see you in those classes. Bye bye for now. Thank you, everyone.